Silence. It's a strange thing, isn't it? One day your phone lights up with his name. He's checking in, asking how your day was, maybe sending a funny meme or a late-night thought. And then something shifts. Whether it's because you grew tired, because he took you for granted, or because you simply decided to step back, you stop contacting him. Now, here's the part most people don't realize. When you stop reaching out to a man, when your energy, your voice, your attention suddenly disappears, it changes something inside him. Men are wired in fascinating ways. Psychology reveals that silence and absence often speak louder than words. So, what exactly happens when you stop contacting a man? What thoughts run through his mind? What emotions begin to surface? Today, we're diving deep into the 9 powerful things a man will do when you stop contacting him. And trust me, some of these will surprise you, because silence doesn't just affect his mind. It shakes his ego, his emotions, and sometimes even his heart. So let's explore them one by one. 1. He starts wondering why. The very first thing that happens when you stop contacting a man is simple: confusion. At first, he may not admit it to himself. He'll scroll through his phone, glance at your last message and think, maybe she's busy, maybe she's distracted. But deep inside, his brain starts searching for answers. Human psychology is wired to notice patterns. If you were always the one to text first, to check in, to show warmth, and then suddenly that pattern breaks, his mind won't rest. It's like when you hear a song that suddenly stops before the last note. Your brain itches, unsettled, needing resolution, and that's exactly what he feels. He begins to replay conversations in his head. Did he say something wrong? Did he push too hard? Did he not give enough? That silence makes him question himself more than your words ever could. 2. He tests the waters. Once the confusion sets in, his natural instinct is to test the situation. He might send you a short text. Hey, how are you? He might drop a like on your old post. He might even make a casual joke, pretending nothing has changed. But behind those small gestures, there's a deeper motive. He wants to know if you'll take the bait. See, when you stop contacting a man, he doesn't always react with a grand gesture right away. Instead, he takes cautious steps, small nudges, to see if your silence is permanent or if you're just pulling back temporarily. And if you don't respond, that's when things really start to shift in his emotions. 3. His ego gets involved. Men often tie their sense of worth to how much they are desired, respected, or needed. When you stop contacting him, his ego feels the sting. He might not admit it to anyone, not even himself, but deep down he wonders, why isn't she chasing me anymore? What changed? This can create an inner conflict. On one hand, he wants to appear unaffected. On the other, he can't help but feel rejected. And rejection, even in silence, can bruise a man's pride. Sometimes, this is when you'll see him start posting more, showing off, or trying to highlight how great his life is without you. It's his ego's way of fighting back against the sting of your absence. 4. He misses your energy. You may not realize this, but your presence, your voice, your laughter, your attention was a part of his daily rhythm. When you stop contacting him, that rhythm breaks. Suddenly, his days feel quieter. The comfort of knowing you'd check in, that you cared, that you noticed him, it's gone. And here's the truth. Men rarely notice what they have while it's there, but they always notice when it disappears. Your silence makes him miss not just your words, but the feeling of being valued. That emotional emptiness grows heavier with time. 5. He plays mind games with himself. When you step back, he doesn't just miss you. He argues with himself about you. One moment he tells himself, she probably doesn't care. Whatever, I don't need her. The next moment he thinks, but what if she's talking to someone else? What if she moved on? This mental tug-of-war eats at him. He wants to believe he's fine. But psychology shows us that uncertainty is one of the hardest emotions for the human brain to handle. Your silence places him in uncertainty, and that drives him to overthink. 6. He starts remembering the good times. When someone is no longer accessible, the mind tends to amplify their best qualities. So when you stop contacting him, he starts to remember little things. The way you laughed at his jokes, the way you encouraged him when he doubted himself, the small details you noticed that no one else did. It's ironic. He might have overlooked these things when you were present, but now your absence forces him to cherish them. This is nostalgia at work. Psychology shows us that memory often filters out the negatives and highlights the positives when someone is gone. And in his case, he starts realizing just how much light you brought into his world. 7. He tests his own feelings. At some point, your silence forces him to ask himself, do I really care? Or was I just enjoying the attention? This is powerful because it separates shallow attraction from genuine emotion. If his feelings were surface level, he may eventually drift away. But if they were deeper, your silence forces him to confront that truth. And often, this is when a man realizes that what he feels for you is stronger than he admitted. He begins to test himself. Can he go on without you? Can he truly move on, or does he feel an ache that keeps pulling him back? 8. He makes a move, or he regrets. Eventually, silence pushes him into action. Some men will reach out more seriously this time. They'll call, they'll open up, they'll ask what went wrong. They'll try to fix what they once took for granted. Others, however, will let pride hold them back. They'll wait too long, thinking you'll break the silence first. And when you don't, regret sets in. And regret is a heavy thing. Psychology shows us that unspoken words and missed chances often haunt people more than mistakes they actually made. If he truly cared but failed to act, your silence may become one of his biggest regrets. 9. He realizes your true value. At the end of it all, the greatest impact of your silence is this. He realizes your worth, because sometimes people don't see your value when you're always available. They take your kindness as a constant, your love as a given. But when you stop contacting him, when your energy, effort, and presence are gone, he finally sees how much you truly mattered. This realization can change him. It can make him grow, make him appreciate more deeply, or it can leave him with an emptiness he can't replace. Either way, your silence teaches him something he'll never forget: that you were never ordinary. Final thoughts. So when you stop contacting a man, he doesn't just shrug and move on. He wonders, he misses, he struggles, he regrets, and most of all, he learns. Silence is powerful. It's not about playing games or manipulating emotions. It's about protecting your energy, about stepping back when someone doesn't value you, and about allowing space for truth to reveal itself. If he truly cares, he will feel the pull of your absence. If he doesn't, then your silence saves you from giving more of your heart to someone who never deserved it. Remember, you don't always need to explain, to chase, or to fight for attention. Sometimes silence says everything, and when you choose silence, you also choose yourself.